This whole show, we've been talking about the dangers of DIY cosmetic procedures, particularly these injectables that are out there. Hopefully everyone watching now knows that it is not safe to do these things DIY, complications galore. Can we briefly just talk about things that are safe for people to do? Because we all want to look and feel good, right?
Right, and so I think what's fueling this movement is we all want to look our best, and we look at these airbrushed, photoshopped photos online in social media, and we think that these are real people with attainable outcomes. And while you can certainly do a number of things to improve your appearance, I just want to emphasize that what you're seeing on social media is not realistic. Those are people who are photoshopping, who are airbrushing, even with all of these very expensive invasive procedures.
And we see these people in
and
our
we
offices,
see them. Yes.
Without their makeup on, without trick photography. You are right on.
And we get it. We are not cheap. It is expensive to go to a licensed, trained individual who's paying for malpractice insurance and doing this in a sterile environment and buying those FDA-approved products. But believe me, it's worth it. Okay, this is your face, this is your sight, this is your skin, this is your blood vessels. I know in some of these DIY videos, they'll say, this isn't amputation, this is just injecting your skin. Guess what? A septic result from an injection could lead to that amputation. Yes. So a couple things you can do at home that are super safe, that are still very good pharmaceutical grade things to do are chemical peels, for example, that are vetted for safety and self-neutralization. You can even get topical applications of hyaluronic acid, which is what's in the filler, that we know to be sterile, that we know to be absorbed and help plump your skin. There are vetted online retailers that are beauty sites that also have a storefront presence. I think those are always the best way to go.
And we'll put a list of those on our website.
We can put them on, and there are a number of them. So you're not limited to this one place that's going to gouge you. And I get that if you're saying there's no one trained or skilled near me, or it's thousands of dollars and I'm never going to do this, there are still many things you can do that will not take your own health and your own life and your livelihood at risk. So please, please do not inject yourself. Please don't think that just because something looks easy online, that it's viable or safe for you to do. In fact, when we were doing this segment, one thing that it reminded me, when I was at Harvard Medical School, I remember I was in training, and one of the doctors was so highly skilled, and the resident turned to me as a medical student and said, you know, the very best practitioners make it look so easy. And so I think that's what we're seeing now on social media, is you see these things online and they look really easy. Believe me, that doctor I was watching had been doing that procedure for 20 years and told me afterwards that she had had a number of complications in that 20-year reign, because if you do enough of them, you will have complications. Know that those complications exist. Skilled, trained people will know how to treat those complications. Do the safe alpha-beta hydroxy peels at home, the topical hyaluronic acid. Please do not go on these DIY channels and think it looks easy. We're here in the interest of public health. We don't care as much about the likes of social media. We care about your health. That's why we're doing this. Please, please understand our motivation.
And I would just add that piercing your skin with a needle is one of the easiest things you'll ever do. But taking care of the complications is anything but easy. Leslie, another wonderful investigation. Thanks for sharing that with us.